Hello, my name is Michael Lucas. This is my objectives project for the SIP 411 class. My degree is network security, and these are the objectives. Over the past couple weeks, I've actually had a couple peers of mine say that my menus wasn't very legible, so I just changed the font color, not the font, but the color of the font to white to make it easier on the eyes. And I agreed, so I just changed it. Network security is basically securing the network from anywhere from protecting it, updating it, keeping track of it for like viruses, malwares, basically any hackers that are out there trying to gain access to your network and its data. The first objective is basically creating a network design. As you can see, this is all the criteria that I had. And each of the documents that I have are in the PDF PDF viewer. Sorry about that. And if you scroll over it, and you can scroll through and stuff like that, as you can see, this one's probably going to be the most detailed when it comes to the pictures. Everything else is basically verbiage of the projects that we did over the course. So the second objective is the software tools and detection systems, etc., stuff like that. There's this one, this objective I put up to them. There's a penetration test lab setup, and then there's a network sniffing. And then we used Wireshark, and I used VMware to set up workstations and servers to run these scans and stuff like that. So if you want to read through them, there's pictures on this one as well of what we did and stuff like that. Same thing with the network sniffing. Wireshark is a very powerful tool that companies use. I mean, even the Department of Defense uses it. It monitors networks across the whole domain, stuff like that. We had to download a file, and it showed basically how the file is downloaded from the server to the uh, virtual machine that I had, and it shows like all the basically how it works. The scripting and hacking class was actually really good. I had a really good time in that one. This one was basically the installation, administrative management, mapping resources, logging scripts, etc. And if you just scroll through, you can see some of the things that we had to do in this class. So this one was, I do some research on it and stuff like that. So, but this one was really fun. Learned a lot. Next one is the business continuity and disaster recovery. It's basically how your company stays connected to the outside world to make its money or to basically produce its product. Disaster recovery is exactly what happens. A tornado hits, hurricane hits, something happens to your network. You have a plan to basically bring it back up within a manageable time so your company doesn't lose revenue. This one we had a team um, of my fellow peers that I did in this class. We basically each had tasks. We had to do sections of the project, and then we collaborated and submitted it as one. So as you can see, these natural threats, man-made threats, stuff like that. You have your your hot sites, your warm sites, your cold sites. Your cold site is basically starting from scratch. It's just basically could be like an empty warehouse or an empty building, and it's just there with the network not up and running. And then hot site is basically your identical network is up and running. It's the most expensive, um, and but it prevents your downtime from being really long. And then, like I said, the warm site is the combination of both. And then this is the like 16 pages. It goes over everything that we did as a team and stuff like that. We actually wound up getting an A on this project. The fifth objective is basically the ethics of network security. This one was coming up with a plan to secure your building and the devices that you would need, such as like turnstiles, badge readers, badges, security cameras. And then also there's a in here where we had to create a security team for the company. And this company is a 24/7 operation, 7 days a week. So basically, it's a data farm for a company that hosts its basically data. And these are all the documents that I came up with. Did some research on like some scanners, some badges, cameras, and stuff like that. And then this one, as you can see, we had to create I had to create a disaster recovery plan for this one as well. Every good company should have a backup on site and off site if they can afford it. The sixth and final one is basically mitigation techniques, encryption technologies, stuff like that. And it goes over the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of your network. And this one is basically how to prevent for like ransomwares, malwares, and other viruses out there, and your hackers and stuff like that. So this one is a lot of information I had to dig up on how companies did it and stuff like that, and then threw it all together into a document and stuff like that. Again, another way to prevent your network from being vulnerable is to scan your ports on your devices to make sure there isn't any ports open or anybody's trying to penetrate your network. So that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoy it. And again, any critiques, stuff like that as well, appreciate it. Thank you.